Yeah, so there was this question, right, which yesterday we skipped. Explain senses affecting weight of decision of a court. Now, what is the difference between decision of a court and precedent? Judicial decision and precedent, what is the difference?
President means the higher court, whatever the higher court says or a given judgment, they have to follow in the
Hmm.
lower courts.
Hmm.
And what did you ask, madam? One more
Judicial
question.
decisions or decisions of court.
Judicial decisions, court. I don't know, ma'am.
Say judicial decision as in when you approach the court with some issue or something, court would give some judgment or order, right? That we need to. That is nothing but judicial decision or decision of a court. Okay. So if like there are two parties who had a dispute with regard to some case, like maybe kidnapping or murder, court will give a judgment, right? Court would give punishment to the wrongdoer. That is nothing but a decision, judicial decision or decision of a court. Okay. What happens is those decisions given by higher courts would be binding on lower courts, right? High courts would be binding on other lower courts. And this concept, we call it as precedent. Okay. So precedent is closely related with judicial decisions or decisions of court. What is courts? Whenever two parties approach the court with regard to any dispute that they are having, court will resolve it by giving some kind of a judgment or decision. That is nothing but judicial decision. All right. Take
Okay,
example, there may be like a property dispute going on between two brothers. Both of them approached the court, and court said, "Ki, you both have equal rights over this property, so it should be divided between you both." So that is what? Nothing but a judicial decision. Okay. Now that decision may be followed by lower courts depending on it. All right. So it may be followed or sometimes it may not be followed. That is what is meant by weight. All right. What is weight basically? How much value that decision is having.
Value.
Is it having too much value that everyone is following it, or is it not having that much of value? Is it like no one is following it right now? What is it? Okay, so that's what the question is. Explain the circumstances affecting weight of a decision. That means what are the situations or circumstances or reasons that will affect weight of a decision. Okay, now it becomes very important that you read the question properly. Sometimes they just affecting weight of a decision. So it may be in a positive way or negative way. Okay. Some factors increasing value of the precedent or judicial decision, or there may be factors which are decreasing the value. All right. So if they are asking just affecting weight of a decision, you need to write both the two things. Okay. What is increasing its value? What is decreasing its value? You need to write both the two things. In one question paper, I guess, I saw they asked what are the reasons which will decrease the value of a precedent. There you just need to focus on the points which will reduce value of a decision of a court. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
So decision of a court is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So again, we have one intro that in simple words, judicial precedent refers to previously decided judgments of superior courts. That means whatever is decided today, that will be followed tomorrow or in all the coming days. Whatever was decided 10 years back, maybe that is having value even today. Okay. So if you go for internships and all under some advocate and all, right, you would see they would similar cases. Okay, take for example the dispute between you and me. We both have like filed a case. Okay, so that advocate will try to see or look for related cases. What kind of judgments were given in such kind of a case? All right, whatever is their part, those kind of decisions they would try to refer and those they will mention. So those are nothing but precedents, right? They would say, "Ki, since in such similar kind of a case, Supreme Court gave this kind of a judgment. In a similar Court of Karnataka gave that kind of a judgment, right? So that is nothing but that judicial precedent refers to some previously decided judgments of superior court like Supreme Court or High Court, where the judges of lower court are bound to follow those decisions. This binding character of previously decided cases is very important considering hierarchy of courts established by legal system of a particular country. So it's not like so many courts all are similar, right? We have different hierarchy of courts. What is hierarchy?
Hierarchy means the positions of the system, madam.
Positions of the system. So all the courts are not equal, right? Some courts are superior, some courts are inferior. So by we mean that decisions of higher courts will be followed by lower courts, right? That is hierarchy. Becomes very important considering we have hierarchy of courts in Indian legal system. In foreign countries also we have different hierarchies. So based on that, they will also follow like decisions of higher courts. All right. In case of, you also have a question with regard to hierarchy of courts in England, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, England and India. So that is nothing but in England also they would follow this precedent thing only. Okay, that is why you need to understand that. So in case of India, this hierarchy has been established by Constitution of India. When you read Constitution, you would come to know is in Constitution only this provision for Supreme Court and High Courts are being mentioned. All right, it mentions that will be a Supreme Court located at New Delhi. There will be High Courts for all the different states. If possible, single state will have one single High Court. If not, one High Court may function for 2 or more states also. Like we have any example you know where one High Court is working for 2 or more states?
Punjab, Chandigarh.
Yes, and
what do you call, madam? I don't know. Nearby one state is there. No?
Haryana.
Haryana.
Yeah, right. High Court of Haryana. It operates for Haryana, Punjab, and Chandigarh. There is Guwahati High Court, which also right. So other states also. So like that also we may have. That is providing for different hierarchy of courts. All right. Regarding courts, there are provisions there. In most developed legal systems, judiciary is considered to be an important organ of the state. Obviously, it is very important, right, to provide justice, bring order in the society and other stuff. Now, depending on what they are asking about, like any factor which affects weight of decision of a court, or are they asking only which will increase value or decrease value? You need to proceed with the answer. All right, whatever they are accordingly.
Questions.
Yeah. Now in this question answer, right, I have mentioned both the two things so that you can accordingly read from here. You will know the things, right? So you can give one heading like circumstances affecting weight of decision of a court. If they are only asking about what will decrease, you can write that. If they are asking only about what is increasing, you can write that. It is important to understand the extent to which courts are guided by precedent. Okay, fine. We follow decisions of higher court, but to what extent do we need to follow? Right? It's very important for us to know that. There are some circumstances which should affect weight of decision of a court, right? There are many factors which should affect it. What are these? Factors undermining authority of a precedent. What is undermining?
Sorry, ma'am?
What is the meaning of undermining?
Undermining means... Undermining, I don't know, ma'am.
Undermining means decreasing the value. Okay, what are the factors which will decrease value of a precedent?
Okay.
Sometimes what may happen is you have already read this question. You already know what will increase value of a precedent. You already know what will decrease value of a precedent. But in question paper, question framed in such a way that maybe you do not know meaning of undermining. So what do you write? Do you write about what will increase, what will decrease? In such cases, right, you can frankly the teacher, right, whoever will be there in the exam hall, right, you can simply ask, ma'am or sir, what is the meaning of this term? All right, because mostly they would tell you the meaning. Okay, if they tell you okay, it's like decreasing, you will be able to write the answer, right? It's not like they are telling you the answer, they are simply telling you meaning of a certain word. So if you are confused, by asking them, and then only proceed with the answer. Okay, because maybe you would know the answer, but you would feel like, what is undermining? Maybe I should skip this question, right? Ask this. Okay, so there are some factors which will decrease value of a precedent. So can you name any factor which will decrease value of a precedent?
I don't know, ma'am. You have to tell me.
Okay, so abrogate decision. A decision to be binding if a statute or statutory rule inconsistent with it is subsequently enacted, or if it is reversed or overruled by a higher court. That means, take for example, today, just an example, okay? Today what happens is, we do not have Indian Penal Code, all right? We do not have IPC. There is no punishment given for acid attack, all right? What happens is, he commits this offense of acid attack, and being a judge sitting at High Court of Karnataka, you were very much affected by it, all right? You were like, why, how come someone can commit this kind of a crime? This person also should go through the same, like same suffering. So what is the point of acid attack is that that person also should be attacked with acid, so that he realizes what kind of a mistake he has done. Okay? That is a decision that you have given. Now, because you are a judge of Karnataka High Court, your decision will be binding on all the other lower courts, right? They will have to abide by your decision, whether they agree to or they do not agree. They will have to abide, right? Now, how your decision's value will decrease is if at a later stage some statute is enacted, all right, which is telling against your decision. You said if person has committed the offense of acid attack, the person also should go through the same kind of suffering. He also should be acid only. But a statute is introduced and that says, we cannot do like that, but rather send this person behind jail for 10 years. Okay? In that case, what happens? The moment this legislation is introduced, right, value of legislation will come down. All right? Lower courts are not bound to follow your decisions, but rather they will follow this particular statute, whichever is there. Okay?
Understood, ma'am.
So first thing is that you gave a decision. Later on, statute was introduced, which is saying just the opposite. In that case, your value will come down. All right? We would.
But they cannot. They cannot do it for the Supreme Court, no, ma'am.
For Supreme Court also they can do, because legislation is having like more power. All right, there are many cases where there is like a conflict. Who is superior? Is it Supreme Court or is it Parliament? So basically, this happened with a lot of provisions of Constitution. But yeah, if Supreme Court has given a certain decision, right? Legislation, a legislation, and that legislation will prevail. But Supreme Court again has the power to review that legislation and say that these are not right. Basically, they are at the same level only. Whoever has given the latest judgment or latest legislation, that one would be prevailing. There is a lot of conflict that keeps on going between Supreme Court and Parliament regarding who is supreme, whose provisions we need to follow. All right. So whoever has the latest thing, that one is followed usually. Now, okay, fine. You gave a decision that if someone has attacked another person with acid, that person also should go through the same kind of suffering, and you said this. Your decision value will come down if legislation is introduced, and it can be brought down by another way. What is it? If it is reversed by a higher court. That means you what? You were just a judge of Karnataka High Court, right? You gave this decision. What may happen is those parties, right, who were involved in that matter, they may go before Supreme Court. right? From
Mm.
court, they can go to Supreme Court, right, to appeal against the matter, against your decision, if they are not
Mm.
your decision. So what they can do is that if they went to Supreme Court and Supreme Court said that no, it's not right thing, we cannot just attack that person with acid maybe, but we can punish that person. In that case,
Mm.
your decision's value will come down. Why? Because Supreme Court has not agreed to you. Supreme Court has given a different decision. Because Supreme Court is
Mm.
older than you, right? So Supreme Court's decision will prevail. Is it clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Yeah. So first point is that a higher court has changed the decision, or maybe there is a legislation which is being introduced which will decrease value of your judgment or the case that you have decided. That is the first one. Now, second point is
Same decision.
same decision on appeal is reversed by appellate court. That means whatever
Mm.
decision you had given, right? In that same case, Supreme Court has reversed this decision. Here, what may happen is you had given one decision saying a person should be attacked with acid, but after 10 years, after 5 years, also Supreme Court may, some different case may say ki no, for acid attack, we should send the person behind jail for 10 years.
Mm.
That may happen. But here, what is happening? In the same case, parties went for appeal before Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has reversed the decision. All right.
Mm.
Yes, in any other matter also, higher court has given a decision which is opposite to yours. Higher court's decision will have validity, not yours. Or a legislation introduced legislation would have validity, not your decision. Here, what happened? In the same case, parties went for appeal and appellate court has reversed the decision. In that case also, that later decision would be followed, right? Your decision would, value of your decision will come down. No one is bound to follow your decision.
Mm.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
What is that case of Golaknath, madam?
Case of Golaknath nullified decision. So in this case, basically this happened. 24th constitutional amendment was passed to nullify decision of Supreme Court. Basically, like Supreme Court had given one decision in this case of Golaknath versus State of Punjab. But as you right, what will happen if Parliament pass a legislation? I told you, right, whatever is latest, that one would be followed. So basically, Supreme Court gave one decision in this case. We were following that. But later on, Parliament introduced one amendment of Constitution, 24th Amendment Act. At that point of time, we were following this. Again, there was another case that came, Keshwananda Bharti. We started following it. So whatever is latest, that one is having like more value. All right, we cannot say whether it's Supreme Court or whether it's Parliament. They are at the same level only. Whoever's decision is latest, that one we usually follow, right?
Okay.
So need not bother about what is Golaknath. You can simply remember the points.
Okay.
Next is affirmation and reversal on a different ground. A decision is affirmed or reversed on appeal on a different point. That is, whatever you had said, right? Maybe a punishment or some points that you raised in a judgment, that is accepted or that is reversed, but on a different ground. Okay, that they have said ki, okay, fine, for acid attack, it's fine that the person also should go through the same kind of suffering, but we cannot just do it at the first instant. But if the person has the same crime for like more than 5 times, then only we can do. Okay, in such cases, your decision's value will come down. Why? Because you had said whoever commits this offense, there is one punishment only, the person also should go through the same thing. But what Supreme Court said is, no, if the person is committing only for once, we cannot give that kind of a punishment. But if he or she is a repeated offender committing it for more than 5 times, then only we can give it. That means your point was there, but it was what happened, accepted or it was reversed, but on a different ground, right? The punishment was accepted, but on a different ground. That if he has committed the same offense 5 times or more, then only it will be accepted. Next is ignorance of statute. Statute you already know, like a legislation or an act. You being a judge, Yeah, you being judge of Karnataka High Court, there are thousands of legislations, right? It's humanly not possible that you would know about every single legislation that exists in India, right? So is maybe some rare matter came before you and you were ignorant about some statute, that there is a statute regarding this, or that there is a provision inside a statute regarding this matter. All right, you were ignorant on that matter and you simply gave a decision. In such cases, so the value of your decision will come down. Why? Because you were ignorant about a statute, so your decision will not be like the best decision, right? Because there playing a part. So in such cases also, your decision's value will come down. Inconsistency with earlier decision of High Court. A precedent is not binding if the court that decided it overtook an inconsistent decision of a High Court. High courts cannot ignore decision of Supreme Court. That means if Supreme Court has given a decision, you being judge of Karnataka High Court, you need to obey it. Whether you accept it, do not accept it, that is your personal matter, but you need to follow it, right? But what will if you have given a decision, all right, single judge of Karnataka High Court, and another judge of Karnataka High Court has given a decision, you both are not bound to follow each other's decision. Why? Because you both are at the same level, right? So there may be inconsistency with some earlier decisions. In such cases also, it will come down its value. Inconsistency with earlier decision of same rank. A court is not bound by its own previous decisions and that are in conflict with one another. The Court of Appeal and other courts are free to choose between conflicting decisions. Sometimes what may happen is you being one single judge of Karnataka High Court have given one decision. Another single judge of Karnataka High Court has given completely opposite decision. Now what happens? There are two like conflicting decisions, right? The decisions are opposite to one another. What will happen is Karnataka High Court is not bound to follow any of these decisions. They can come up with a new decision. They may appoint many number of judges and then they can change the decision. Why? Because whatever you were saying, another judge was saying completely opposite. So they are not bound to follow either of your decisions. They can come up with a new decision as well. And last one is simple precedent, not fully argued. All right. So when a point, there would be different points or different grounds on which parties would argue, right? They would say, this happened, that happened, this is how this crime was committed, there was this guilty intention, this, that. Many factors are there based on which parties would argue the case. If there were certain points which were not like fully argued, in such cases also precedent would not have much value. Why? Because there were some points which were completely ignored by the advocate. So whatever decision was being given, right, it would not have that much of value. All right. So precedents are not fully argued. And after that, a decision is being given that may not have that much of value. Is it clear? 7 points?
Clear, ma'am.
Yeah, so you can simply remember the points, okay? If you feel abrogated decision is a little complicated, you can simply remember that, okay, fine, statute came or a reverse decision came. Like that also you can write. The basic thing you should be able to explain your point very clearly, all right? So if they are asking simply about what will increase or what will decrease, you can write 2-3 sentences saying that there are some factors which may increase value, there are some factors which decrease value, and accordingly write whatever they are asking. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
You can just conclude with the conclusion. Precedent has played a significant role in India for development of rules and also in bringing legal reform. There are many situations where decisions of court has been given much authority. Like there is a legislation with regard to sexual violation of women at workplace. All right. With regard to that, not having any legislation. It was Supreme Court who gave some guidelines that need to be followed. Later on, a legislation was passed. So that decision is having much value. There are other decisions are also there, right? So you can simply say, okay, President has played a significant role in development of different rules and regulations and bringing legal reform. Wherever changes were needed, those changes were brought. However, it is important to know the different factors which may increase or undermine validity of the precedent. It's not just precedent's value will increase, there are some points which may decrease also. So it's very important that we have knowledge regarding both the two things. Is it clear?
Clear, ma'am. That is very clear.
Okay, so you can simply try to remember the points, okay, headings, you will be able to elaborate it. So this question was from another question paper, explain circumstances weakening the binding force of precedent. So weakening, undermining, there may be different words given, but your answer will be same thing only.
Same. Okay.
Okay, and you need not think you need to write these exact words only. Your main focus is to be able to explain the matter. All right, whatever words you are using, that would not matter. So